Hey everybody, welcome to Renifax. I'm Dr. Alexis Sams, owner of Renitrition Health and Wellness. I'm a holistic physical therapist, functional medicine pro, and food clue expert. My mission is to bring common sense healthcare to the masses and to pioneer a rebirth of natural solutions for your well-being. If you know me, you know I'm always reading and learning. And more recently, I completed this huge study segment or study course on the liver. And I've always known that the liver was important in a general sense, but after going through this course, it really gave me the opportunity to do a deeper dive into its functions. And again, if you know me, every time I learn something, I turn it right around and apply it to how I'm working with my clients. So since I got so much out of that course in terms of details and knowledge on liver function, I decided to go ahead and turn it into a series and pass that knowledge on to you guys. So this, like I said, it's going to be a series. Today I'm going to go over the basic categories of liver function, and in some later episodes I'll go through specifically some symptoms, related illnesses, and things that can occur as signs of when liver function is either reduced or impaired in some way. I'm not sure quite yet if that's going to be 2 or 3 episodes. I want to make sure that I don't, blog up or clog up too much time. I want to make sure that I'm able to really spread out the information so that it's easy to listen to, digest, and understand. So, like I said, 2, maybe 3 episodes. Not sure just yet, but it'll definitely be good and worthwhile. Also, if you like to take notes, totally can. If you're listening to this through the podcast, or if you happen to be watching this as my video, totally take notes, but it'll also be summarized in the Renitrition Reveals blog. So if you want to just sit back and listen and absorb all the information, you totally can, because I'll have it written for you over on my blog site. So let's just go ahead and dive in. In general, there's over 530, I think, individual functions that the liver performs to keep other systems, other cycles going, and just factor into your total body health and well-being. What I'm going to cover is the 6 major categories that those functions kind of filter into. They're in no particular order, and yeah, I'll just go ahead and get started. So, function number 1 that your liver does to kind of help improve your other body functions and other body cycles and such. It breaks down or metabolizes, breaks down nutrients, what you take in, dietary or good dietary fats, and it does that in order to make energy, proteins, which are the building blocks for lots of other things in our bodies, and it also helps to produce hormones. Function number 2. Your liver is also a storage facility for certain vitamins and minerals, especially the fat-soluble or the fat-loving ones, like vitamins A, D, E, and K. Also, vitamin C is also involved in liver function as well, along with other minerals like calcium and phosphorus. All right, function number 3. Your liver also has a role in helping to make plasma proteins, blood plasma proteins, which are needed to make sure that your blood clots effectively when you get in an accident. Your blood plasma proteins also help with transporting hormones. The ones that are created in your liver need to get to their destinations, and sometimes some of those blood plasma proteins help with that transport. Blood plasma proteins also help with management of blood pressure and blood volume. So that's function category number 3. Everybody knows the next category that I'm going to talk about, which is detoxification. Yeah, that's the heavy hitter. That's the one that everybody kind of knows the liver for in terms of, what the liver does for the body. Yes, it does detoxify. There's so many deeper layers to detoxification. You know what? I should probably do a whole segment just breaking that down. I think I'm going to, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to make a note and make sure I do that. But in a general sense, The liver has to break down your wastes into smaller particles so that it can be eliminated. Then it goes through a process where it either like adds or adjusts how those particles are arranged, or sometimes like water or other compounds are added to those particles, again, so that they can be more easily eliminated. And then the last part of detoxification is actually elimination. And your main three ways that your body eliminates is through pee, poop, and sweat. So liver detox is another category for your liver function. There's also the role of, excuse me, if you guys are watching me on video, a little bug just flew in front of my face. Sorry about that, guys. So the next category of liver function is regulation of blood sugar. So most people are familiar with the fact that the liver stores glucose in bigger chunks, and then gets signaling to reduce those, or to break those chunks back down, and then release glucose back into the bloodstream when the body needs it for certain processes. There's some other details that go into that that I'll kind of cover because it relates to some of the common symptoms and some of the common illnesses that occur that people don't know are related to liver function. So when I get to that part, I'll go into a little bit more detail. And then the last major category of liver function is its role in producing and transporting bile. Bile is one of those conglomerate. It's a mix of different things. It's a mix of bilirubin, which is made from hemoglobin. It's a mix of different cholesterols. It's a mix of salts. So bile is not just one item. It's a, like I said, it's a mix of stuff. Bile helps specifically to break down fatty type tissues, or not tissues, I'm sorry, fatty type nutrients like intake, things that we eat. It helps you break down those fats in order for them to be eliminated. So what most people don't realize is that bile is actually made in the liver. We often associate bile with gallbladder, which is correct because that's where it's stored, but it's made in the liver, and then the liver has to get it to the gallbladder. So that's why it falls under the category, or the final category, of liver function. So just to do a quick recap, again, in no particular order, the 6 major categories of liver function are breaking down nutrients and dietary fats to make energy, proteins, and hormones, storage of vitamins and minerals, making plasma proteins to help with clot formation, blood pressure management, blood volume management, and transport of hormones, detoxification, regulation of blood sugar, and then production and management of bile. So there you go, 530 plus functions wrapped up into 6 major categories. So like I said, most of us are familiar with the fact that the liver does detoxification, but not everybody knows about the other categories. And I definitely didn't know that it ultimately related to over 530 functions for the body. So like my mind was blown with just that. So there you go, your 6 functions. Like I said, I'm going to be breaking this up into a series. So the next thing that we're going to talk about are some major symptoms and illnesses that can occur tied back to when one of those functions becomes problematic. I'm going to wrap it up for now, and I can't wait to catch you guys up on future episodes to keep talking about liver function. Stay happy and healthy, friends.